Welcome to the Gal's Guide podcast. Join us on an adventure to get to know famous and infamous women from around the world. Each of our presenters has a pick. Is she ancient history? Is she breaking news? Is she safe for work? Well, that's up to each presenter. All we know is that...
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome back. I'm Cassie, and I am joined by Riwu, Katie, and Bonnie, and we are sharing our Scandinavian Gal pick of the month. Riwu went over and introduced us to Ava Vodka,
Yes.
as I like to fondly think of her.
Correct.
And Bonnie went ahead and introduced us to Vetus, Madam President.
Yes.
And before I dive into my woman pick of the month, I am curious if anyone has been to any Scandinavian place. And if not, where would you like to go? I feel like we're all looking at you, Katie.
We're looking at you,
moment.
Katie.
Yes. I have traveled to Iceland twice now.
So jelly, and I love
is
it.
Gorgeous,
Yeah.
beautiful, peaceful,
You always look so happy when there's a picture of you
glorious.
there.
I know, I love it there so
Yes.
much. I want to go to there all the time.
Yeah, you should.
I know, right?
Except that I'd miss you, and I'd make you
Yeah.
come back.
But you could just come to me.
I probably should just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would also pick Iceland because, one, Katie, I've heard you say so many wonderful things about it.
Mhm.
And actually, one of my best friends, shout out to Brooklyn, she's actually over there right now. She's going through Reykjavik.
Hey.
And I also have had friends in college, they went because our college required you to do a cross-cultural trip of some type
Ooh.
for
Nice.
graduating. And one of the trips offered the year they went was Iceland.
That's a good pick.
It was a good pick. Yeah. And they just brought back tons of beautiful pictures. And I mean,
Mhm.
they just, I feel like everyone has always just said nothing but fond things of it. So I definitely would like to make it
Yeah.
over there. And in theory, it's really not that far.
No.
In theory.
In theory.
It's still over a lot of water.
it's
but
still
yes.
over
Sorry,
much
that's my
water.
fear speaking. Is the over the water. Where did you go in Iceland, though?
Both times we primarily stayed around Reykjavik, and
Okay.
I'd love to go back again and do more of like the big outer circle.
Yeah.
We did the Golden Circle, which is just
Mhm.
outside Reykjavik, and
Okay.
it takes you to a few national parks, and you see the geysers and a beautiful waterfall and some things like that.
the fjords. Fjords.
No.
Water.
Oh,
The water floaty
I
land
was like,
masses.
no, I didn't see that because you really can't see them. You're just told
Oh,
they're
you're
there.
told they're there.
I don't know,
Oh,
like
okay.
maybe if you get in
That's
there, you
fair.
can see them,
Right.
but it's not really a like go out in the water kind of place.
Oh, okay.
Although
Gotcha.
I have heard from my aunt that they have a place where they, because they have so much natural hot water because of the
Right.
volcanoes, they have a little area of the sea that they heat for people to go in and be in the sea.
I would think there would be hot springs.
Yeah.
There are. There's lots of hot pots all over the place. They're big into
All
that. All their swimming pools are outdoors.
Yeah. Why
Love
not?
it.
Right. Well, it's like 40 degrees most of the time, but they can warm them in 40 degrees because they have so much hot water.
Yes, exactly. Being on a volcanic rock will help that out.
It does. It does. But yeah, it's well worth a visit
Nice.
for anybody considering. And it is
Yeah.
a pretty easy plane ride over, 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not.
It's not. I
too
mean, it is
bad.
over the water.
It is over the water. I have a hard
But
time
not
with
bad.
going from here to LA, and that's like a 4
4
hour,
hour.
and there is no over the water.
There's no over the water.
Unless they go over Catalina, and then I start screaming from the plane.
Stop it!
And then you cause the plane to land, right?
Right? Yeah, and then it's on the tarmac for too long because of this one. But yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Where
Yeah.
would you go?
Oh my gosh. Well, I have not gone, but I have had Icelandic chocolate because of Katie.
Nice.
So I feel like I've had some kind of glorious food. Oh my gosh. Where I'd go and visit probably my people in Sweden or in Finland.
Definitely.
And so Lidköping and Västergötland are where my people are from. We thought it was Småland for the longest time, which is also where IKEA is kind of like from. Småland is also where the reindeer are from. But
Aw.
turns out that Ancestry says, no, that's not where your people are from. That's where the rumors are from. So that's totally
boo.
fine. But recently, one of my relatives went and saw the family farm. Basically the one that they left before they came to the United States to Minnesota. So I would love to see that, but at the same time, I'd like to go even farther and see where my peoples were and pet a goddamn reindeer.
Right.
In Sweden, because I really want to. In Sweden. Exactly. They're all
Pet that
fuzzy
deer.
and stuff, and it's so cute. Bonnie, what about you?
More of the same. Like, I'd like to go to Iceland,
Yes.
especially if I can go to a Dottie Frere concert while I'm there.
Yes, there you go, 2 for 1.
Ta-da.
Yep.
But yeah, I've got in my ancestry, I have a 2% Scandinavian somewhere.
Ooh, yes.
That no one, like, I've been through the records, no
Yeah.
one's saying they're from Scandinavia at all. It's all French, German, England, Scotland, Ireland,
Right.
whatever. So there's a
Yeah.
sneaky Swede.
You tell me
in
we
there
might be
somewhere.
related?
Maybe.
Sweet. Sneaky Sweets. That's
Sneaky
also
Sweet.
what we called my people.
Nice.
I love that.
So,
So there's a possibility to go explore. I like it. Yeah. I'll also say I'm so Scandinavian that when my second great-grandfather, when his wife died, he went to Finland to get another wife.
Whoa.
From the same village
From the tap.
where his previous wife had
Well.
died from. And that's the one I knew. I thought she was the original. She was
She was
not.
the replacement.
Huh?
She was.
He just
Replacement
knows
That's
what he
where
likes.
The good ones are,
And it
I
was
guess.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, talk about having a type.
yeah, that's what more of what I
Super
was
type.
thinking
Yeah.
was like, okay, somebody knows what he likes, but that's a
That's-
little creepy.
Yes, little copy and paste there, but I guess
Exactly.
to each his own. So
Sure, exactly. Cassie,
Yes.
what about you?
Yes.
Have you visited? Where would you visit if you haven't?
no, I would definitely love to also go to Iceland.
Let's all just go with
yeah,
Katie.
okay.
Let's just go.
Just fit in that suitcase.
Iceland.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's up there. I would also like to see Sweden very much as well.
It's good times.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Okay.
get the Aurora Borealis from this
Exactly.
whole Scandinavian resource.
Oh, we have it in
Have you
Indiana now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kinda.
I haven't gotten
Did
it.
you see it when you were there?
No.
Okay, I know it's only a certain
I've
time of year. I
never-
mean, it's, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you meant here in Indiana, but
Oh,
no,
no.
I've
Yeah.
only been to Iceland in the summer, unfortunately,
Okay.
so I haven't seen it there either.
There you go.
But
Yeah, it's totally fair.
it's not really on my bucket list.
I know, it's green lights in the
I'm like,
sky, right?
It's very beautiful, but
Sure.
Some other things you'd like to do or see first.
Yeah.
Right,
That's fine.
exactly. Like Reykjavik.
Like Reykjavik. Yeah, exactly. Reykjavik. Very
I
nice.
like it. Dun, dun, dun. Who do you have for us,
Okay,
darling?
everybody.
I'm excited.
Yes. The woman that I picked for this month is none other than Björk.
Björk!
Nice.
Musician,
Yes.
songwriter, composer, record producer, and a bit of an actress.
Yeah.
Björk. She was born in Reykjavik, Iceland.
Look at
Look at this
that.
theme continuing on.
Nice.
She is from there. She is most popular and well known for having a heavy influence on modern electronic music,
Mhm.
pop, and experimental especially. I believe I was trying to think back. I was like, when I heard about the theme for the month,
Mhm.
Bjork immediately popped into my mind
Nice. Yeah.
because I mentioned it a little earlier, but I remember confident I also came across her band, the Sugarcubes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she was a part of that band. So she
Yeah.
actually began making and getting involved with music at just the age of 11.
Oh, my
Wow.
goodness.
Yes, very
Goodness.
young. And then
Baby.
baby. And then she formed the band, the Sugarcubes, when she was only 21.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, and so they are considered an
Nice.
Icelandic band.
Yes.
Yeah. So I remember hearing them off MySpace Music when I was going down that rabbit hole
Mhm.
as I must have been in middle school when that was a thing.
See? Nice.
So
I like it.
I do. And the first song I remember hearing that popped up where I was like entranced by the sound was the song Birthday. It's very
Trying to remember.
synthy opening, and her voice, which is also what she's very known for, is
Mhm.
very distinct. It's very different. And I just remember being
Who
so
is this?
fascinated
Yeah.
by her.
Mhm.
Yeah, as a 12-year-old.
Mhm.
And so then I just started to listen to the Sugarcubes and try and look up information about Bjork. And my mom is like, "Who are you listening to?"
Right, exactly.
Yes, because I feel like in the 90s and early 2000s especially, because the Sugarcubes, they did disband just 5 or 7 years after forming.
Normal
and
for a band.
Normal for a band. She went on to produce, which I'll get into this too, she went on to produce, I think it's 11 more albums as a solo artist.
Nice.
So she's stayed very busy.
Mhm.
Yeah, and yeah, they are still considered one of the biggest Icelandic bands to this day, which I think is very impressive considering what
Yeah.
we were saying earlier about, I mean, Sugar Rose is definitely up there. I want to say the
Mhm.
band of Monsters and Men might also be an Icelandic band.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you say it. Yeah.
So they are very
Interesting.
popular too.
Nice.
Yep. But together, the Sugarcubes, when they were united,
Mhm.
they had 3 albums come out together.
Nice.
The first one was Life's Too Good, and that is where the song Birthday is located on,
Gotcha.
as well as Here Today was their second album, Here Today, Tomorrow, Next Week, and then the third album is Stick Around for Joy and Breakup. And so, yeah, they were formed from 1986 until 1992.
Mm-hmm.
They did come back in 2006 for a very quick reunion, so God bless them.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining them playing at Bonnie's Gal's presidential election.
Yes.
Like, did the
Oh,
Sugar
wow.
Cubes get in there and do a
Mhm.
little...
I like
That would
it.
be
Yep,
wonderful.
absolutely.
Yes.
Who's at the inaugural Bonnie presidential? We need to form that together.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, in a graphic novel of some kind.
Oh, a graphic novel.
Right?
Have Bjork as one of the characters
She's
in
definitely a
Exactly.
superhero. She has
Mhm.
all the style and look for it.
it.
Exactly.
She does, which
Yep.
leads me into what I'm going to talk about next,
Oh,
Kate.
look at that segue!
Yes.
You guys.
So not only is she a musician, she is in fact known for collaborating with fashion designers over the years.
Yeah.
And does anyone know what outfit she is most famously known for wearing?
Is it the swan dress?
It is the mute swan dress
Was
that
that
she
one-
wore.
Who made that one?
I cannot remember.
I wanted to say it was Marc Jacobs, but I don't think it was Marc Jacobs.
That'd be incredible if it was.
Right, I actually
just
thought
Marc
it-
Jacobs.
Yeah, I thought it was
not
actually
just Marc Jacobs,
right,
but
right, yeah. But the swan song, swan
yes,
dress.
so
yeah.
it's wonderful. She is most known for that, and she wore that to the 73rd Academy Awards all the way back in 2001 at this point.
Yeah.
And I feel like seeing clips of it on MTV. I remember
Right.
back when MTV News was a thing.
When it was still playing news and videos?
yeah, actual music videos.
Weird.
In between me watching True Life and
Right, exactly. Yep, very true.
great shows. But yeah, because it was very alarming to people. It was a big statement for 2001.
Right,
Nowadays,
which was weird.
Which was weird.
Yeah, I thought it was. I was watching it live as it came, and I
Yeah.
went, "What the fuck is Bjork wearing?" I'm loving it. That was
Yes.
my reaction to it
Because
she's waking up the damn town.
Yeah, because she does look naked under it. But
Yeah.
of course, she has, nude. She's wearing a suit essentially with this big ass swan just
Yeah.
covering the rest of her body, and it's
that was great.
It astounds me. I love it so
Mm-hmm.
fucking much because
Yes.
at that time that was a statement,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just became
Not
more
too many
captivated
people
by her.
also knew who Bjork was.
Not here in the U.S.
And
no.
so then that dress went, "Who is this?" And it's
Yes.
like, "You're in for a trip. This
Yeah.
is gonna be great."
She is there's so much. I had to really keep her short on this because I could have dove into all the other side things with her, but
nice.
but yeah, I think what else that I really appreciate about her and that drew me to her is she's used her fame as a platform for advocating for education,
yeah.
as well as preserving nature.
Mhm.
And she's also been known to use nature sounds and things along that line in her music. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty incredible too. I think a lot of that comes out in both when she was involved maybe in one of her Sugarcubes albums. I can't remember which one. But then obviously I'm sure comes up in at least a few of her 11 solo albums.
Right, exactly. Odds are in her favor, yes.
Odds are in her favor. And an astounding number that stands out to me here is throughout the course of her career, she's had 31 singles.
Oh,
31
wow.
singles.
That's
Break
a
the top
lot.
40 on numerous pop charts throughout the
Nice.
world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew she was big, but I would not have thought
I
those
know.
numbers.
Yeah,
so that's
same.
super cool.
31.
Yeah.
She's had 31 singles, which I'm like,
Wow.
damn, Bjork, 31.
Yeah. She also, not a lot for film and TV, but
Mhm.
every now and again sprinkling through. I mean, the Academy Awards is the
Yes.
example, but I mean, I love those when then you get
She's-
to an international
She's had
audience.
a lot of, not a lot of, but guest appearances,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, especially again, early 2000s
Yeah.
and whatnot. I did find some of that too.
Mhm.
Would love to see those clips.
I know, right?
Back in 2015, she was listed as one of the most influential people according to Time magazine,
Nice.
which I really like the fact that even 2015 in retrospect, not super long ago,
Yeah.
she's still relevant
Yeah.
because she's just, since she was 11, that number just
Mhm.
sticks out to me so much. I can't believe that she was that young starting out.
Yeah.
She had, this is a fun fact that I know a lot of people out there will appreciate, but she was originally the first to be invited to do Gollum's song for the legendary film The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Oh.
Nice.
But she declined because she was about to have her second child.
Aw.
But she was number one.
Gosh, she was first pick.
She was first pick.
There
which,
you go.
Um,
She would have done great at that.
yeah, I bet she would have.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been
Neat.
oddly enticing.
I know, right?
Hauntingly beautiful.
Mesmerizing.
Right.
We'll never know.
And a little screaming.
Yes,
Just a
it would
little.
have been perfect, right?
Mhm.
And even back in 2004, she performed at the opening ceremony of the Summer Olympics over in Athens.
Oh, gotcha.
Nice.
Yeah,
Look at
very
that.
cool.
I
Again,
completely
she's a
forgot, yeah.
well-rounded, well-traveled woman.
Yeah.
Much respect there. Yeah, and like I said, just circling back really quick, as an independent artist, she has gone on to produce 11 albums. The first of her independent album being released in 1977.
No way.
What?
Whoa.
I wasn't even a thought.
Oh my goodness.
And her last one
Yeah.
actually came out fairly recently, just back in 2022.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
She's been on tour off and on since 1993.
Right.
And her last tour stretched from 2021 and 2023, and the only reason why it was paused off and on was because of the pandemic.
Right, fair.
And she described that tour as a compilation of her work of the years as an unplugged acoustic version,
Oh, neat.
which I thought was very fun. So
Yeah.
I had a
love
lot of
that.
fun looking more into Björk here.
Yeah.
So
Do you have a favorite Bjork song?
her solo?
Yeah.
I don't. They're all very fun, but I just really have such fond memories of the Sugarcubes.
Gotcha.
See.
So,
I
but
love
her music herself is very fun and weird.
Yeah. And something for every mood that you're
Exactly.
in. She's very expansive.
She is.
The go-to one for me that really fits a lot of my moods is Quiet.
Quiet. I
It's the
did hear
one
that
that-
driving here.
It's so,
I
it's
did
so
listen
good.
to it.
Because it's like she gets really quiet, then she gets really loud, then she gets really screamy. It's like you get this full range of her, not only music ability, she's one of the few people that as she's screaming, she's still on tune. And it's really hard to still be in tune when you're screaming like that. It's a gift.
You
yeah.
saying that Bjork definitely was my gateway into Fiona Apple.
Yeah.
Fiona Apple and Courtney Love.
Yes, there you
And
go.
then I went on this rabbit hole with Courtney Love's band Hole.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So those were my three rotating artists as a angsty
Yes.
middle school, high
Heck
schooler,
yeah.
where
It's a
she
good outlet.
Bjork started to alter my brain chemistry. So thank you for that.
In a brilliant
Thanks for
way.
making me weird.
Right? Exactly.
Where's my swan? My swan song. So
100%.
yes, so that is Bjork in a nutshell. There's still so
Yeah.
much. I hope to maybe see her touring or just producing some
cool.
more things. Yeah, and she's only, I want to say, in her mid to late 50s, so I think she's still got a lot to give.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I would love it.
Yes.
Do you have any Bjork questions? All the Bjork questions all the time?
My question is, because we're recording this right before Halloween,
Yeah.
why don't we
Ooh.
see more swan dress Halloween costumes?
Yeah, true.
That would be
that
great.
would
really
be really
feel
cool.
like that
I
needs
wonder
to happen again. I
you
mean,
almost
maybe
need
right
to be
after.
brave enough. Because you
I
mean, I
you
don't-
do have
yeah.
the illusion of nudity for one boob. So,
Well, I can run a country with one boob.
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Ta-da!
Yes, she can.
Yes,
There's
she
pictures of
she
her
can, and she persisted.
with the swan dress with an egg.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah,
She did have
she
an
did.
egg.
She had the egg with it.
Yes.
Yes.
Did she ever open the egg? Was
Not
there
that I
anything
remember.
in
I thought
the
it was her
egg?
purse.
Yeah, I thought it was
Oh.
an accessory in
Yeah.
the sense of it just being like
Yeah.
not funny. So
Exactly.
it's not
If you're
become-
gonna carry an egg, there should be something in it.
I mean, her stuff. I mean, it's probably her smokes and her phone.
Right, her track
I'm
phone.
not saying that she
That's
smokes,
right.
but that's what I mean. In the 90s,
She's
that's
pretty
what
rock
would be in
and
my
roll
egg phone.
though, so I'm
Yes.
sure at some point,
Right, exactly.
She's
That
been
voice
involved.
is too pristine, but at the same time, I'm like, just in case.
It's a little raggedy
She's got
too.
she's got like a $5, for the, whoever's in the bathroom.
Yeah, she does.
For the towel person.
Absolutely.
Oh, she had 6 eggs.
6? Where was she holding the other 5?
She came
Hello?
with 6 eggs.
Like a Russian
for her to
doll.
lay on the red
nesting
carpet.
doll.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Gotcha. She was laying eggs. I
Yeah.
like it.
See, I love that though. I love that creativity
Ah,
there.
honey.
She was laying
She
them.
was laying eggs.
What a
For the-
genius.
I think it's cute. It still also makes a lot of the Academy Awards, like, those montages, those best of, we're reflecting back. They'll always show the damn dress.
They'll always show the damn dress.
But at least they're showing Björk, so
Yeah.
I appreciate
This
it.
one's got Ellen DeGeneres and Kevin James wearing the swan dress.
Oh, very nice. Yes, there you go.
It definitely
White
has
checks,
surfaced throughout pop culture throughout the years.
As a reference?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
But I feel like it's time to revisit
Yes, I see it. Yes.
2024, 2025.
I like
Get
it.
ready with your swan dresses.
Bjork,
Yeah.
I know you're listening to
Mhm.
this.
I'll
Bring
also-
it back.
I'll also take a peacock dress. I'm just saying. I
Oh,
think a
peacock
peacock
would be
dress
fun.
could be
Nice.
gorgeous just
Just
as well.
a
Maybe
Girl
not
party,
as...
we all go as birds. Put a bird
Oh, that could
on
be
it.
fun.
Look at that. We're
Stick
just
a
a
bird
bunch
on
of
it.
birds. I like it.
Yes.
Well, did you want to wrap it up for us,
Yes, I would be
darlings?
more than happy to.
Fantastic.
So, let me just say thank you so much for listening, and make sure to tune in next week for our next Scandinavian Gal.
Want to learn about more women of history? Gal's Guide opened a unique women's history lending library. Come visit and explore our collection. Learn more at galsguide.org. Thanks for listening.